Sir, very happy evening to all. I hope that you all are doing good. Fantastic, sir. Two exams are over. One is advanced accounting and other is law. By God's grace, in the வாட்டி நமக்கு ஒரு நாள் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா டாக்ஸுக்கு ஆக்சுவலாக டைரக்ட் டாக்ஸ் இன்டைரக்ட் டாக்ஸோட வால்யூம் பார்க்கும்போது உண்மையிலே எல்லா எக்ஸாமுக்குமே ஒரு நாள் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா இருந்தால் அதை ரிவைஸே பண்ண முடியும், அந்த அளவுக்கு இருக்குது. பட் ஜென்ரலாக ஒரு லா எக்ஸாம் எழுதிட்டு வந்தோம்னா I don't want to evaluate either advanced accounting or law, whatever it may be the case. ஒரு 2.5 days கிட்ட நமக்கு இருக்கும்போது இன்னைக்கு ஜென்ரலாக ஒரு 1 day half day நம்ம வந்து அதான் டேஸ் இருக்குல்ல, டைம் இருக்குல்ல, ஒரு 2.5 days இருக்குல்ல, அதுக்கப்புறம் படிக்க ஆரம்பிக்கலாம், அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு தாட் வர வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு. அது வந்து மிச்சம் ஏதாவது சப்ஜெக்ட்டுக்காக இருந்தால் மேபி அந்த ரிமைனிங் இருக்கிற டைம் போதுமா இருக்கும். பட் டாக்ஸ் எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் தெரியறதுனால நான் சொல்கிறேன், 2.5 day இல்லை, மேபி 3.5 days கொடுத்தா கூட அதில் ரிவைஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு சஃபிஷியண்டான கண்டென்ட் இருக்குது. ஸோ இன்னையிலேருந்தே ரொம்ப சூப்பராக உங்களோட பிளானிங் நீங்கள் பண்ணி கரெக்டாக படிச்சிருக்கீங்கன்னா ரொம்ப சூப்பராக எக்ஸாம் எழுதலாம். திஸ் ஆர் கோயிங் டு ரைட் இல்லை ரைட்டிங் இன் த டாக்ஸ் எக்ஸாமினேஷன் அப்படின்னா மை டியர் லவபிள் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ், திஸ் 2.5 days இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு 4 months ஆஃப் யுவர் லைஃப். தட் இஸ் ஈக்குவலன்ட் ப்ரொடக்ஷன். ஸோ இந்த 2.5 நாள் நீங்கள் எப்படி உங்களை வந்து கரெக்டாக ரெஸ்ட்ரிக்டடாக ரொம்ப ஒபீடியண்டாக நீங்கள் வந்து உங்களை கேரி பண்ணுறீங்களோ அது ஈக்குவல் டு 4 months. பிகாஸ் அட்வான்ஸ்ட் அக்கௌண்டன்சி என்ன வேணால் மார்க் வரலாம், லா என்ன வேணால் மார்க் வரலாம், ஆல் ஆர் பாஸ்ட் நவ். பட் வாட் இஸ் தேர் இன் யுவர் ஹேண்ட்? ஃபியூச்சர், தட் இஸ் டாக்ஸ். இஃப் யூ ஆர் ஏபிள் டு சார் கெட் 15-20 marks extra, that will help you in aggregate, that will help you in that paper, that will help you to get an exemption. Always when we have more time, we should be more responsible, my dear lovable students. With that back note, this is a plan I have prepared for you, both DT and IDT. So today, I know that you would have completed your examination and now you would have came to your home. Now 8 to 10 o'clock, 9:30, 10, whatever it may be, complete the GST exemption. It's a big slot, no? A stands for agriculture, B stands for bridge, C stands for cap, till Z, including question. Sir, complete that GST exemption. Start with GST, then DT, do GST exemption. And tomorrow, I call it as day 1, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Continue with the GST itself, complete the full ITC, especially section 16, 17, blocked credit and apportionment, and 18, very important topic for examination, ITC in special cases. So have a glance and do the question from that, because that is very important to do the computation of GST payable. Then what I made is from 10 to 5, I just want you to focus on the direct tax. That are mainly PGBP, TDS, TCS and advanced tax, and again afternoon also PGBP, TDS, TCS and advanced tax. Understand one thing, that's the maximum time we can spend with PGBP, TDS, TCS and advanced tax, because the first question, computation of total income, will come from PGBP, and also in between that TDS, TCS and advanced tax adjustment will be there. So go through that very carefully. Very important slot for examination. It's a mark weightage area, and in between that PGBP, TDS, CCS and advanced tax, if you are having time, just revise in every slot chapter 6A. Like in one slot you revise 80C series, because I have not made a special section for chapter 6A. So morning slot, if you are having 20 minutes time, 80C series, tuck. Then morning, sir, in the 10 to 1 slot, 15 minutes you give for chapter 6A reduction. 2 to 5 slot, 1 series, 80C, 80D, 80E series and all, how much time it will take? Maximum 10-12 minutes it will take. Like that, 1 series you complete on 1 time. And again come back to IDT tomorrow night, that is 6 to 10, registration and composition levy. Since both are relating to aggregate turnover, that's why I've clubbed like that, stuffed like that. Registration and composition levy. Registration, revise very properly. That way especially section 30 will come in examination, that is an amended area. And composition levy, they will be asking both 10.1 and 10.2a. So revise that area very properly, my dear lovable students. And we are having luckily one more day, which is day number 2. Again start from 7 to 9 or 9:30, complete supply chapter, charge of GST, RCM, especially 9353, 9454, 9555, all those stuffs you have to complete that in detail. And very important topic for exam, place of supply. Place of supply, you revise very properly. From that you will be getting good question, place of supply. And again you are backing to sir direct tax, which is 10 to 5. Mainly morning slot 10 to 1, salary and house property. Revise all the provision. Do 3 questions from each that, especially the book back and the big questions. One question if you do, the full question, full adjustment should be covered. And 2 to 5, a very important slot, again capital gain and IFRS, revise specifically those amended areas like 54, that 10 crore rupees limit, all those, and IFRS just 56 subsection 2 clause 10 gift provision especially. Then again night you are coming back to IDT, my dear lovable students. Go through returns. Returns undergone, very important amendments. Mainly return can't be filed beyond 3 years. So that you have to do. Then time of supply and value of supply. Time of supply and value of supply. Time of supply will come for 5 mark in exam, which is section 12, 13 and 14. Time of supply of goods, time of supply of service, and time of supply in case of change in rate of tax. And value of supply section 15, 15.1, 15.2, 15.3, up to 15.3 only we are having. So cover those areas in the evening time and do sir here and there 3 questions from that. On examination day, my dear lovable students, 7 to 10 p.m. the first slot, go through the computation of GST payable. How to compute? It's a 5-step approach. We know that spend, that area you go through. And 10 to 1, that is still you go to the examination, computation of total income from the direct tax. Because this itself will be covering, my dear lovable students, around 20 mark in exam, 10, 10 and 20. 20 to 25 mark will be covering here itself. Sometimes 14 mark, 28 mark. So minimum 10, 10, 20, 20 mark to 25 mark will be taking this area. And I will tell you one thing from the past experience. With regard to the tax paper, MCQ won't be that much easy as compared to advanced accounting or law generally I am saying. So don't try to write the MCQ first. Try to get the descriptive part and try to get 40-50 mark first. Because some MCQ will surely be tricky because of this surcharge, because of this marginal relief, because of this basic exemption limit. Somewhere they will be twisting. And if you start with that, I don't think that, sir, that will be a good strategy. So try to shift there 70 marks, right? Both in what GST and tax payable, and write both the computation of GST payable and tax payable. And revise as much as possible in the 2.5 days, sir. Try to set a good mood for the examination. Revise, sir, as if the reality, the fact, this is the last attempt we are going to write for G1. So tax has to be revised in such a way, then only you will be able to appreciate. You know, with regard to tax, how much time you are revising, that much comfortable will be the examination. Here and there, do 2 or 3 sums in every topic also. Revise the provisions. And I will tell you one thing, don't not only revise the provision, but also revise the question. That is a strategy you should follow in the 2.5 days. Because we can't complete all the question in 2.5 days, right? Am I right? So what you are supposed to do, revise the question. You take the calculator, don't do it, don't take paper and all. For the writing practice, 1 or 2 questions from one chapter, that's it. Salary 2 question max, house property 2 question max, PGP 2 or 3 max, that's it. Then revise it, take the calculator, okay fine, okay 2,500 into 5, okay 12, or 10,000 rupees is the basic salary, 10,000 to 12. Like that you have to what? Do the auditing, because that is the maximum we can do in the 2.5 days. And we are having certain free resources like certain lectures for residential status, computation of GST payable, like that some areas we were having, sir, available in YouTube. That everything I will be, sir, coordinating in one playlist, and below this video I will attach that for your easy reference, my dear lovable students. Tax is a paper, it's our privilege to say that I got exemption in tax. All papers is having its own respect, but being a chartered accountant, going to be a chartered accountant, tax paper plays a major role in your life, my dear lovable students. So this attempt, sir, this September attempt, try to say that I got an exemption in tax. That's based upon how you are carrying your 2.5 days. That 2.5 days may save your 4 months in your life. That may be by way of 5 marks or 10 marks or 15 marks. So don't deviate yourself till our examination is not over. Till the last ball is bowling. We can't say that whether the match is win or lose. So don't have any sort of expectation. You know one thing, one secret. In Inter we have only one paper that is called as tax. That should be the mindset. There should not be any thought relating to advanced accounting, and also with regard to the law. Whether it is very good or bad, don't have the analysis. That we will do after 2.5 days, my dear lovable students. I will be available here in the WhatsApp, and you can update in the comment section in the A&M classes. I wish you all the very best for your coming examination. Rock it, come back with the exemption in tax. I will be waiting for you. Thank you. Bye-bye from A&M.